Yo, what it do? It's your boy Naren, Rico André Sanders. Welcome back to Wassam with your exclusives, Essence Week edition. I'm very excited about my next guest, y'all. We've been acquainted for like a good 2 years, 3 years now.
I feel longer than that, but yes.
Right, cause we just clicked. I
Yes.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but like I was explaining to you before, like we really chilling.
Okay.
We chopping it up, and I'm about to present you with a question and a statement. And after this, I really want you to. It's not just because we usually say in the past, like, what's on with you,
Right,
what's on with
right,
you, good,
exactly.
good, yeah. We're really checking with me, how you mental, how you doing, how this week treating you, how your career treating everything. Well, my debut, what's on with you?
What's up? So, I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
This week always is a bit challenging going into it because you have to mentally prepare yourself for the drain and like the schedule. It feels a little different, I think, because Essence is pulling back a little bit or trying to like restructure.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't feel as busy, but it kind of turns your hustle on. So you gotta like create your own events, your own things, and like promote that. And being in that space as a creator is not always easy. To have to juggle daily life, but finding the time to do it is always purposeful. So I'm a little tired, to be honest, but I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna find a joy in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Tired but grateful.
Yes.
At the top, because you said you had a 4-hour gig today.
It felt like 10 because it was in the heat outside.
And it's hot out here in the waters.
So
you didn't know.
That's why I have this hat on because I was sweating.
Come on, hat. I see the hat. I was like, okay, she about to. I thought she, I was looking for the fan. I thought it was coming next. But I got you.
Yeah.
So I want to get into your roots, right? I want this to be a platform to people to come and like really show a part of themselves. I'm pretty sure you had interviews before and everything, but we're gonna kind of get in deep with it. So you from New Orleans, right? You straight from New Orleans. You born and raised.
I'm from right down the street, Gertie Town.
Come on, let's see. and you know when that New Orleans come out.
Yeah.
All you can do is just shut up and sit back.
Exactly.
You heard what she said, right?
Yeah.
She's from down the street.
Yes.
From that Gertie
Exactly.
Town. Exactly. So how has growing up in that neighborhood really shaped you to the person you are today?
I mean, my family's not necessarily like, oh, we from this world, we claim that.
Mm-hmm.
I started off being raised with my grandparents and my mom. My mom was a single parent for a little while, and she was at LSU at the time. So my grandparents decided, hey, you go to LSU in Baton Rouge, and we're going to make sure she's straight. So I kind of, was the youngest of the siblings, and that's the running joke in my family right now. But, that home environment, being uptown, it's kind of ingrained in you. I went to school uptown, went to McMain for a little while. Mm-hmm. I know we have this battle because a lot of people think I graduated from McMain, but I didn't. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
But anytime I'm uptown, like, I just feel at home. Like, it's a different kind of vibe. It's a different spirit. Walking the streets, even driving up St. Charles, like, it's just, I feel different in that part of the city than I do in any other part of the city. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it just feels right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we know you you DJ Arie Spins. you walk in these streets. Are you getting that? Oh my God, it's DJ Arie Spins. Do you have to like, no, y'all calm down?
It's weird because I put on threads like 2 days ago. I went to this coffee shop, Bump and Grind. It's a black-owned space. It's new, Carondelet, and I walked in, and as I was walking in, the girl was like, oh my God, congratulations on your tour. And it's weird for me because I don't think people realize I'm an introvert outside of the stage. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out where I know this girl from. You should know her. So I'm like in my head trying to process it and not like, she might just be a fan or a supporter of your work. So I'm still dealing with some of that imposter syndrome or realizing like the influence that I have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it happens from time to time.
How you feel? Like, is it?
I'm weird. It's like, it's good to know, but I be so focused on trying to make sure that I'm not like the rude person that's like, oh, she forgot what she, like, I'm so busy trying to figure out like, what do I know you from? Girl, you don't know them. Like, so,
I got you. Absolutely. Honestly, I'm starting to get that. Humbly, I say this.
Okay, come on, humble flex.
But I was at Essence Day and all these people just say, hey, Naren, hey, I'm like, hey, I don't know who
Exactly.
Oh, but she was so happy to see me. I got to remember that my face is like,
Yeah.
It'll be on these cameras every once in a while, even though I'm in the background. So growing up in the city in New Orleans has such a strong culture.
Yes.
Right. What's the strongest aspect of this culture that shaped your DJ sound or your DJ style?
My sound and style. I mean, I always try to highlight the family environment, number one. I want my shows to feel all inclusive. So if I'm doing a set, I want it to touch literally every generation if possible. So I feel like that shapes my sound in the sense of I want the grandmother to feel like she could be at the cookout. I want the little cousin to feel like they could be at the cookout. I think that helps because it makes me marketable in different environments instead of just being stuck to one niche or one group of people. So you might come, if I'm DJing Super Sunday, I'm not going to stay in the trip outs all the entire time. I'm going to also do some Frankie. I'm going to do this. And I think that's what creates environments that celebrate the entirety of our community. And so I'm big on that. So I just feel like the family environment, and I think as a person, like, the city has shaped, I know we hate this word, but my resilience. Like, just growing up and dealing with adversity, just in general, especially, I think we don't often take into account, like, the effects of Katrina. That was my middle school year. I was going into 8th grade, and I was at McMain. And just, like, for that to happen at such a vulnerable space in your life, because when you're a preteen, you're going through all kind of stuff, puberty. And all of that. So I think for it to happen at that moment of my life and for me to be old enough to understand what was going on, it just kind of shows you and reminds you nothing in life is too hard that you can't face.
Right.
Yeah. So
absolutely. Real quick, where did you go for Katrina? Did y'all stay or y'all?
No, we left. Well, we was technically here. Saturday we was here. My stepfather's a pastor, and my mom, we've always been very involved in church. And so they was trying to stay because it was our pastor anniversary. So I'm like, y'all, it's kind of dumb. I'm sorry if y'all see this, parents, but that was kind of foolish. They were so busy trying to stay for the pastor anniversary. I'm like, y'all, there's a storm coming.
Yeah.
So we finally decided, my mom at the 9th hour, to pack up my grandparents who still stay in Gertown. We drove to Dallas because I had 2 aunts that lived in Dallas. So we already was set up there. So we lived in Plano for a little while. Okay. I stayed there, and I came back the beginning of my 9th grade year. And I came back to McMain. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't a long...
It wasn't long. It felt longer than what it was, but it wasn't that long.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that's how we was. And just going off on that family aspect, and your DJ sets, is that rooted in such a strong family value? Like, do you have that support system?
It came. So back to the church thing, we was just talking about. I grew up in a very strict Christian household, so I wasn't allowed to listen to anything but gospel. So thank God for LimeWire and some technology as they started advancing, and I was able to start sneaking and listening to in YouTube, listening to different music, and of course, hearing different music when we out in society. And so when I started DJing, it was some resistance from my family and also church. Growing up in church, being an MD, I did everything. I'm music director, I mimed, I was youth choir director, youth department, secretary, I did everything. And so starting to DJ all different kind of genres of music, it was hit with, my mom was like, don't forget where you come from. So it was kind of hurtful at first, but I understood because I'm like, she got to grow to understand where I'm going with this. I'm not going to go too far, but this is part of who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Got you. Shout out to DJ PJ.
Yeah.
Because I did not know that you was a choir director, music director, and everything.
Yes.
And when he told me, he was like, yeah, she's singing now.
Yep.
I said, DJ.
Yep. I play keys too. Yeah.
That's cool. And I always felt like you did have that church background because you'll mix it into your into your sets. You'll have melodies of heaven, and you'll take them there for sure. But that was some cool information I never knew about you. I could just see.
Yeah, right, and I don't know if I ever really shared that fully with anybody, so y'all might be the first to really get that. I mean, those that know.
Right.
But I don't think I ever really talked about it publicly. Yeah.
Okay, well, they call it exclusive,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So going on, you found LimeWire, you started listening to different music. Who were some of your earliest inspirations?
I mean, it still was church.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be that regardless the club sisters and stuff. But I love real vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
So I love like Chrisette Michelle, Layla Hathaway, Lettucey, who's also from here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I said this before. I've always been a PJ Morton fan.
Yes, I don't PJ. The other one.
I mean, Music Soul Child, that whole neo soul realm, Erykah Badu, and then outside of that, I'm not really big on rap, but I like conscious rap. So like the J. Cole's, even a Biggie. Although I think the lyricism of Biggie that I really enjoyed, the Kendrick Lamar's, the Tupac's. I like lyricism, and like musicality and music. So yeah, that was kind of the stuff I was listening to.
And that was stuff you was downloading.
Yep, exactly, and trying to delete off the computer.
Yeah, I'm about to say, was you sneaking with it? Did you?
I was. I got caught, but it was fine. Yeah.
Oh man, getting caught by the
Yeah, my mama caught it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you got caught by the pastor.
No. He's nice. He's still to this day not that tech savvy. My mom, absolutely. Yeah.
That's how she got you.
Yep.
Okay. I got you. I love that. But so all that in consideration, today you're known as a DJ, a host, TV personality, curator, and entertainer. Right?
Yeah.
How intentional have you been about building the DJ Arie Spins brand beyond just playing music?
I mean, I can't take full credit for that. I have to give that to my manager, Cheryl Banks. When she discovered me, I had no aspirations or even the idea to have aspirations beyond just playing music, and that's what I enjoyed doing. And so I trusted her, and I was like, hey, she was like, how far you want to go with this? And I was like, whatever it'll take. I'm open to it. You know, I don't have nothing to lose. It was right after COVID that she found me, and so since then, if she'll present me with something, I'm always going to try. I might fail. But if she's bringing it to me and she sees some type of vision, I might be a little resistant as far as what I have to put into it, the time and stuff. But as far as the idea of it, I've always been kind of open to it all. So even now, like, as she'll give me different feedback and say, okay, we need to pivot into this lane. We need to pivot into this market. It's not ideas of my own. It's kind of like she'll see what's in me, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I do have the capacity to do it. Let's try it. And a lot of it has stuck. So the touring, the show DJ stuff, that was on a whim, because there's a difference between, like, of course, DJing in clubs and stuff and actually having to be an opening act. So that was on a whim, and we were able to do that. And then secondly, even with the hosting, I can't get up in front of people and just not say nothing. So that also was organic, if that makes sense. And then the TV personality, I think that was just Brandon putting stuff on Instagram and them also seeing, oh, she may have the capacity to pivot into this. And then we agreed to it, and it worked. So, it's kind of all been organic, but also trusting the vision and the people that God placed in your life, too. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And touching on God thing, you can tell when somebody's walking in their calling. Like, just like you said, she'll present stuff to you. She presented it to me as well. She was like, she wanted to do some hosting too.
Okay.
And I was like, yes, she could definitely do it because when you came into the interview, like you
could tell.
I got an eye for it.
Good to know.
I got an eye for it. Shout out Dr. Wise. She know I got an eye for it.
I always tell Cheryl one of my biggest inspirations as far as like hosting and stuff is MC Light. MC Light is on retainer for. I mean. BT gotta have a lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on retainer for everything, and I'm like, when you see people like that, they become the blueprint, and you gotta study them. It's like kind of what I was talking about with Jubilee. It's like you have to study how they got there and how they're doing it in order to even perfect your craft or even feel like you have the ability to even reach that. So like.
Yeah.
I think this is all organic and purposeful. So,
absolutely, yeah. And you touching on that research, that I feel like as an artist, because I feel like everything that we do as far as what we do in life that we love, it turns into art automatically because it's our passion.
Yeah.
But as an artist, doing what you do, you gotta have that research, like you said. Like you can't just get into it. I
if
feel
you're
like
just getting into it, then you ain't really serious.
I'm just gonna come rap, man. Do all this thing, but you're not learning the scheme. You're not learning about the pioneers. You're not going back into history and everything. So as far as like DJing, I want to say, because I ain't go in any aspect, but I'm going to stick to DJ right now. What research have you done? Like what?
Oh, now we could talk for 3 hours.
Okay, hey,
listen,
we flowing.
I'm just saying.
I call it God flow. That's right.
As far as DJing, I mean, we have the people that we can't be remiss. I would be remiss not to mention. So like, of course, DJ Spinderella. A lot of times, even to this day, as a woman, and people don't like the term female DJ, but for the purpose of this interview, female DJs, even to this day, I go places and people are like, I've never heard of a female DJ beyond DJ Spinderella. I'm like, that's crazy because there's so many of us in the market. Right. So, much props and respect to Spinderella for being a mainstream person who's like been a blueprint for us to pivot the way for us to have access to the market. And then I also have to shout out DJ Soul Sister, right here from New Orleans. I mean, she also has been a pioneer in her own right, and a lot of the stages I've been able to be on are because she bust down those doors for me as well. So shout out to Soul Sister. But aside from those two women, my Mount Rushmore, I don't even need a Mount Rushmore. My favorite DJ in the whole wide world is DJ Kid Capri.
Yeah.
Kid Capri is insane, and I've had the pleasure and the honor to actually shadow him in person.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so I think it was two Essence ago, he did a set, and I was able to be on stage with him and watching everything, and so I studied him online. Yeah, he's just, I mean, ain't nobody like him. Manny Fresh, I also, as a New Orleans mainstream, not just producer, but DJ, the way he's been able to market himself and brand himself to be a nationally acclaimed artist is also something to aspire to. So I've studied a lot of his background. Now, do I want to be a producer? I don't know, but we'll figure that out. But off top, Kid Capri, hands down. Yeah. And as a hometown legend, I have to say Manny Fresh.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I never knew that. That's man, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm speechless.
I got cool. It's on my Instagram, y'all. No cap. I like that picture is gonna stay up. If everything else come down, that one's staying up. Yeah.
That's fire. So as a DJ, right? You out there performing. You've been performing for a minute. What was that moment where you doing your thing and it clicked to you? You was like, oh yeah.
Okay, so. This is a story that a lot of people don't know. So I went on tour with PJ Morton in 2022, and we did a what we call B-list market cities, and it was 6 dates. This wasn't even his big tour. So he gave me the opportunity. He's like, come spin. Most opening acts, you pay for your way there. So I wasn't even at the time considering myself an opening act. He asked me to come spin. I was just thinking about DJing background music as people coming in, getting their seats, going to concessions and everything. So an hour before we arrived, the first show was in Birmingham, Alabama. And an hour before we arrived, Cheryl got a text like, hey, Arie's going to be the opening act. Now, there's a difference from being a house DJ to being an opening act on stage, people looking at you, expecting something from you. So I'm like, oh, snap. That we got to pivot. I've never done this before. I ain't say, oh, snap. I really said, oh, shit. But I'm like, we got to pivot. So Cheryl was like, just don't embarrass me, whatever you do. She don't know if I have the capacity to do it. I don't know if I have the capacity to do it. So I get on stage, and I start utilizing my background in, like, praise and worship. I know you can't just get up there and sing. You got to guide people through a journey. And so I just started applying that. It wasn't perfect. But just applying that throughout the show. It was a 45-minute set. Felt like the longest set of my life. At the end of the set, I've always had some inner contradictions as it pertains to being a DJ, because I didn't want, because of my background, to just be identified as a gospel DJ. So I strayed away from even playing gospel in my sets altogether. I didn't start off doing that. And so in that moment, Cheryl was like, what's going to be your ending, your high moment, your ending song? And so I'm like, I know PJ's fan base because I've been a part of his fan base, and I also know PJ's story about him also being a pastor's kid. Shout out to Bishop Morton. And I was like, you got to play Melodies from Heaven. And Cheryl was like, you sure you want to do it? And I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta test it. And so before I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, y'all, before the entire intro played, the way those people reacted took my breath away, and it solidified, number one, you have everything within your capacity to kill this and do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And secondly, living your truth. You can do it all without feeling like you have to be boxed in. And when it's authentic, people gravitate to that authenticity.
Absolutely.
So since that moment, like, I just remember, and sometimes when I get in my head and feel subconscious about going into rooms and being good enough, I have to think about that moment. So in that, I mean, it went viral. PJ shared it on his platform, so to even get the stamp from him, I was like, okay, I'm on to something. Yeah. So, yeah.
They go crazy for that melody. They be in
do.
the club.
They do. They do.
And I'm a church grown kid as well.
Yeah.
That's my church. That's my people. Bishop Paul S. Morton.
Pastor D.
Pastor D.
Yeah.
I won't say Lady D, but that's Lady J, because now she's the new pastor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my people over there. And I'll be in that. I'll be in the club.
Yeah,
we
be in the club.
But
I think it's also the way you do it too.
Exactly.
I think
right.
if it's authentic, and then also learning like decorum around it. Like most of my sets, I'm not in the clubs. I don't really DJ in the clubs here like that. But if I'm going to start pivoting into adding the gospel, I'm gonna make sure it's a clean edit. Y'all can cuss if that's what y'all want to do, but I'm gonna take a moment to make sure that it doesn't feel like it's too raunchy or because I still want to respect
the spirit. Yeah. But I was about to say, I'll be in there, and just to go with that respect, it'll switch from like Rob or a young boy.
Yeah.
And we'll be, and I be wanting to turn it, because now you playing now I'm really about to turn it, I get the spirit. But,
yeah, it's a slippery slope. It's a real slippery slope.
But I end up just, because I'm always get God glory when it's time to.
For sure.
So if I'm in there, right? Do you ever sing during your...
I do, but it's not really calculated. I should probably start actually, but I don't, respectfully, this is probably an unpopular take, but I don't want it to seem corny.
I got you.
So it's like, if I'm in a moment and I'm just vibing out, I might harmonize with a song or piece of it, but I haven't really. I might be in my own head about that, but I just don't want it to come across corny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, well, if you could sing, I feel like people did you hear that door?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And going to that singing, just being a music director, because I feel like you have to direct the crowd.
You do.
With the music as a DJ. And so there's similarities and connections there that kind of helped you get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. So to give y'all more background, I have a BA in music. I actually did a vocal music concentration camp.
Yeah, we love Black excellence.
Yeah, I actually did my concentration was in vocal music education. Unfortunately, the former governor decided to come down with a cut my junior year, so I had overall, they gave me a degree in music, but I completed all my credits. I said that to say, the way I listen to music is different. My approach to my sets can sometimes be different. When Shum first started working with me, she would tell me, "You too musical. Don't nobody care about the bass line. They want you and other musicians and other DJs care about that. The regular consumer don't care about that." So I had to start pivoting a little bit to structure my sets a bit different. But if it's just me vibing out, we can go deep. I'll be like, I'm gonna take the bass line from this Kanye song, I'm gonna add it with this. And I also like using choir samples. I'm giving a little too much of my juice. I'm not gonna tell y'all where I get my choir samples from. But I like to use those kind of samples that beautifully just take the songs up and music up even more. So I feel like, number one, we talked about my praise and worship background, how I'm able to guide crowds, and because people want to feel like they're a part of it too. So just getting them involved, that helps with my shows. And then my musical, I just listen to music differently. Yeah, I know if it feel good, I'm like, ooh, that feel good. Yeah. It's a feeling. Yeah, it's a difference.
Do you feel like that's needed as a DJ? You have to you have to listen to stuff differently. You have to approach it in a different way as a DJ.
I don't think you have to, but I do feel like it sets you apart.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, because you can have a DJ that plays top 100, and they might have the crowd rocking, but then do the crowd remember anything memorable about you after they leave that setting? What makes you different? You know, I think when you're able to find your niche and have different approaches, and I also just think it's what makes you an artist. Like, if you're not trying to find it, like, what you really doing it for?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. That's good. And I always say when we talking, because at the end of this, I'm gonna ask you, you know, the cliche question: what advice do you have people looking up to you? But if you watching this, the advice is rolling. Like, when two same mind intellectual people come in, it's all about black excellence. A gem gonna drop.
Yeah, for sure.
A couple of 3, 4, 5 of them.
Just make sure y'all give me my credit, because I
got you. I got you. Absolutely.
I might need to use that in the future.
All right, I got you. Yeah. We're gonna give you credit
for sure.
So and this DJ has brought you. This DJ career has brought you to many stages and everything, including Essence, right?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about your participation with Essence? Because I know you were on one of the stages officially.
Yeah.
1 year.
I mean, I've been a part of Essence since 2021, right after COVID. This is another tidbit. I'm gonna come back. One of my colleagues, Legatron Prime, Sage, we graduated together. She reached out to me in, I think, 2019. And I had just I was still doing it as a hobby, so I didn't really feel prepared like that. I was just, so she reached out with an opportunity with Essence. I declined it. Because I was like, I don't want to get on a platform and not be prepared for the platform. And then that either, like, deters my brand because I wasn't ready. So I said no. So that's also some advice. Sometimes you gotta, just because an opportunity presents itself, you have to be realistic within yourself and understand if you really properly prepared for that. Yeah. Because sometimes it could be a deterrent. Yeah, and you don't want that to be, you know, the first time people seeing you. So I said all that to say, in 2021, I got the opportunity to DJ for Essence officially, and I started from the ground up. I mean, a convention center with Coca-Cola, and then I also DJ'd the Super Lounges the last time they were around. I was the official DJ for that. I had one, and Dougie Fresh had one, so that was dope for me. I mean, I was like, oh my God. And so that was that year. And then the next year, I did BeautyCon. I was the main official DJ for BeautyCon in the convention center. The following year, L'Oreal contracted me directly. I hosted and DJ'd that. It was super dope, just get my chops up. And then all of that led to me actually taking the main stage last year. So it felt like, you know, sometimes this career is not linear, but that felt like a very linear process. And I think just making sure I treated every stage as if it was that main stage. So even if I'm just in a convention center at the entrance, I'm treating it the same way I treated the main stage. And so that consistency also, people are seeing you all the time. You never know who sees you. I was able to make great relationships and contacts with top staff at Essence, that I'm still able to have those relationships with. So I just think it's valuing that and making sure that you treat every stage the same. Yeah.
That's amazing. And that entrance at the convention center, you think that was the main stage. Don't people be rolling?
Right, they be rolling.
They be rolling. I just left them early. I was at the convention center for Radio Row, and I gotta move my way. I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting hit, because they dancing all day. Shout out them.
Yeah.
And so and to keep going on Essence, so there's mainly like 3 pillars that I wanted to touch on with these interviews, and it's Black excellence, Black entrepreneurship, and Black empowerment. Right? So when you hear those words, what do they personally mean to you?
They mean everything to me. I mean, number one, you can go back to New Orleans culture as it pertains to Black excellence. Every school, every educator I had was Black. And so there was an expectation of excellence with every school I went to, every classroom I was into. It's just been ingrained in us. And then also church. Like, I've seen Black entrepreneurs. I've seen black leaders, black politicians in my community. And so that excellence was always an expectation. I don't know what life is without that being an expectation. Even the school that I graduated from, the Warren Easton High School.
That's where you got out of.
Yes, that's what even their excellence is a part of their motto. That's the expectation. And so for that to also align with Essence brand is why Essence means so much to me. Beyond, it's not just collecting a check or opportunity. Essence is one of the few places that I grew up knowing that I can go and see people that I look up to and they be tangible. So knowing that I may have the opportunity to go sit in a seminar where Oprah may be speaking. Or see the actor that I just saw on TV and they're walking right past me and I have the ability to possibly get a picture with them. That means something to me. To see all these black people, these educational spaces as well, because Essence holds space for HBCUs as well, like Xavier University.
Right.
And so to be able to be amongst all of that and ingrained in that culture, it's inspiring, to say the least. So black excellence, black entrepreneurship, you're able to ask questions, you're able to see people who have charted their journey, they're shared with you, even beyond just the people that's in your immediate community. You get to see it on a larger scale. So it just shows you the endless opportunities that's available for you. And so to be a part of that, first of all, to benefit from it, being here in New Orleans, because that's like we don't have the BET Awards, we don't have some of these larger scale events. To see that growing up and now to also have worked in it, like I put that on my back. So hence why when we criticize it, I feel like we're all responsible for its success and we're also responsible for its failure. So it has to mean something to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was good. I'm telling you, there's an interviewer and interviewee. Sharon got you right.
Thank you. I'm a media trainer.
Yeah. And you were talking earlier, and I noticed when I asked you about your inspirations, the first two that you mentioned were black women who you looked up to.
Yes.
And now I feel like you are in a position to be that for somebody else. So what does it mean to represent black women in these environments like you just mentioned?
I think it's a grave responsibility, but I think it's all, my life has been preparation for this. So when I graduated from UNO in music education, I went straight into the classroom. I first started teaching at an all-black Catholic school here in New Orleans, Xavier Drexel Prep now. And so I knew what it meant because I'm in the classroom with these young women who I'm not that much older than. They're in high school. So they're looking up to me. They're seeing somebody that look like them. So that's always been a responsibility for me. Even being a youth choir director, I knew I was in some kind of leadership role that I had responsibility for. I think we can see the platform is much bigger now. So there's a greater responsibility. I can't always just say everything. Sometimes that's a little aggravating. But, I have to always be conscious of, like, how I am operating, how I am presenting myself, because there are people that's looking up and also depending on me to make sure that I keep this path and keep this trajectory, because it could open doors for someone else.
Absolutely, and I think that goes on that third one, empowerment. Just because people can just look at you and see themselves reflected in your success for real. So you feel that responsibility, because I didn't know you was a teacher either. That's great. That's what's up.
Yes. Taught for 10 years.
I'm big on empowering the youth and everything. But like, can you talk about certain moments or things that you make sure you do to ensure that empowerment happens to the youth, to the people who you know are looking up to you? Yeah.
So when I meet, especially young people on the street, like, I make sure that I take time to, like, talk to them if they need advice, or if they're like they are seeking after something, or even just to ask them how they doing. A lot of times these kids, especially when I was in the classroom, I would realize that they just want somebody to talk to us, like, genuinely care. And so I'm really, really big on that. And then I'm also, like, I pay attention to a lot of things that's happening in the community. So there are times where I would get asked to do events that's kid-centered. So if I have the ability to take them, I always want to take them. And also just, like, when I see certain things happening within our educational system, I take that very personal and try to use my voice to advocate for that. So a lot of times, if you follow me online, I may not speak out, but if I am speaking out, it's something very purposeful that's needing to be said. I'm trying to advocate. If it's not for women that look like me, it's always gonna be kids. So yeah, I just try to spend time with them, ask them how they doing.
Yeah.
I would love to go back into a classroom, but unfortunately, in a more formal way, I can't. My schedule doesn't align.
Gotcha.
But I did have the pleasure of 2 years ago going to St. Mary's. I do want to highlight this. The late Miss Veronica Downs Dorsey, who was an educator here in the city, she called me and said that St. Mary's needed a teacher in between time while they tried to find somebody, and if I had availability. And so I was like, yeah, but, my schedule a little crazy. So the school leader got to kind of understand. And so I met with Ms. Rogers, who was the principal there, and she understood the value also that I brought to the school and those students. And so I spent that year with them, preparing them, just, and educating them in general. But it also opened up doors for them to have opportunity to sing for the Super Bowl with Let Us See. They sung the national anthem. They also had opportunities within our community. They performed at Jazz Fest for the first time. So it was an amazing experience, and I would love to find ways to do that a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, I was a Jolson in high school, so if I was to walk in and you was my teacher, I'd be, we finna have fun.
We good,
today. We finna have fun today.
They know when I'm not having fun, but
I'm sure the good time will come out. Now, hold on.
Right, exactly.
And you touched on education. So you got your bachelor's and everything. I just wanted to highlight Black education as well. How important was that for you to get that education too? Because I feel like you could have, as an artist, you could.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't really set out to be an artist.
Right.
I grew up. I'm the first, I think, artist in my family that's taking this track. Everybody else, education was extremely important. Starting with my grandparents, they made sure my mom and all her siblings went and got degrees, advanced degrees. And so that was just, of course, invoked in us, for lack of a better word, expected of us. And so education was extremely important because I didn't even see this for myself. So I was looking for something that's stable. I knew I loved to sing. I knew I loved music. I could play piano. I'm going to just go teach it. I'm already teaching it in church. So I might as well just get the education to go teach it. And so what I appreciated about New Orleans education, because I went to New Orleans public schools. All right. What I appreciated about that was it also gave me a bit of diverse experience. Because I did spend a year at Ben Franklin. I don't talk about that. I didn't have a great experience. I'm sorry, y'all.
I got you.
But those experiences prepared me to go to like a UNO. Now, I wanted to go to Dillard. I had the GPA. I had some funding, but I didn't have enough scholarships to afford it. And my biggest thing was I wanted to go to school for free.
Yeah. I
didn't want to have debt. So I had a top scholarship. I had some other church scholarships, and I went to UNO for free for the most part before Gender with that cut. But and I was able to gain my education. So a part of me regrets not being able to go to HBCU, but I still value the education that I received, and it prepared me to walk in even more diverse environments here. Now.
Yeah. That's beautiful. For real. Because I love this. I love hearing these stories and hearing what really like cultivates the people who I rock with. For real. So it's amazing. Did I tell you I was proud of you? I feel like
you tell me
all the time.
Yes,
okay, because I've been making sure all these interviews, like the BJ so cold and cried the other day.
Lord, we love you, BJ.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, bro. Cause I love representation. I love when people do it right.
Yeah.
When it comes to the culture of just being Black and also New Orleans, because I feel like it's needed.
Yeah, it is.
It is. You need that right representation. And I feel like we're doing good with it, honestly. I feel like who is in the the pillars and who's the leaders.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be all right.
I think it's also what we choose as a community to feed the most too. I think sometimes if we're not independent thinkers, I mean, all of us are influenced in ways, even subconsciously.
Yeah.
And so I think as a community, we're learning to find that balance. And we're not expecting perfection from anybody, but I think now that we're at least building community around like supporting even the positives, and I think also accountability is a big factor for me. Like if you see me slipping up and doing something stupid, I don't care if I get mad, tell me.
Right.
I don't need a bunch of yes men. Them yes men gonna be on social media all day. But if you know me directly, you should be able to pull me aside and say, Arie, you're not them young girls looking up to you. What you doing? Or your community is depending on you. Like you can't do that. And so I think that's also helping. I think in the grand scheme of things, those that we see that are being platformed and as a positive influence, I think that's because we have the right people around us doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's starting to spook me a little bit is because it's like nowadays what I'm starting to notice is that people see love as if, oh no, you just gotta let me be me.
Yeah, no.
Be wrong and be everything. That's how you love me. And I'm like,
that's actually to me, that's hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to watch me lose it all, and then you get to go about your merry way. But then it's like, I'm left to figure it out on my own. When you saw me going down a path and you didn't correct me,
right?
But you benefited from it, so now you're just an opportunist. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I couldn't. At least I know with my generation, I'm like, yo, look. I thought he was singing. We preaching. I'm telling you, the gym gonna drop. We gonna touch somebody.
Okay.
That's just the care, man. Imagine we're gonna be watching this. But in my generation, I'm 26. I'm gonna tell my age.
Okay. I'm not telling mine.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing, and that's why I feel like that representation and who is starting to be put in the leader, like the little Reese's, like you and I, shout out all the DJ PJ and everything. Even BJ So Cold, they got those mindsets is what we need for real.
I agree.
So we talked about this illustrious career. That you have, look, because you got so much more to go.
That's true.
So from this point though, what achievement or moment do you think about and pause and say, I'm proud of that? Like that's really fulfilling for me that I experienced that.
I think for me the most bizarre, it's two. I have a bizarre and what I'm most proud of. Most bizarre was Super Bowl. To be contracted as the tailgate DJ in Champion Square, the pregame official Super Bowl DJ, was insane to me because they could have flew in any DJ from anywhere.
Yeah.
And this goes back to treating every stage the same by me being at the Saints, just on doing my job. I didn't even know they were scouting at the time. I don't even know if they were scouting for a DJ, but one of the Super Bowl reps, I think they were looking at the area and facilities and stuff, saw me, and he saw me, and then somebody else recommended, I think, just looking through social media, and forwarded this to them, and he was like, I just saw this girl. Absolutely. It was a smooth process. So that, to me, was bizarre, like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that sticks with me a lot. And then secondly, I think the most meaningful, so it's our conversation with Essence.
Yeah.
To be on that stage and back to what I talked about, everything that it means to me, it's like, as a black woman, my hometown, I grew up pretty much in that ecosystem. To reach that pillar, if it never happens again, that's one that's gonna stick with me. Yeah.
I'm looking for the future. What can we expect from DJ Arie Spins coming up?
Well, looking forward as far as DJing, my DJing lane, more tours. Got a tour coming up with PJ again. We heading out. July 23rd is my first date. And I'm really grateful to PJ for giving me that, sharing his platform and giving me the opportunity to not do it once, twice, but not a third time. So I'm really excited about that. And I don't take that for granted. So thank you, PJ, if you watch this. And secondly, like, this is exclusive. You mentioned it lightly, but like really pushing this hosting.
Yeah.
Finding my voice in that capacity, seeing how far that would take me. I would also like to do some acting.
You
already
can do that.
yeah.
I can hear it. I can see it.
I have one show called Roller Jam. It's on HBO Max. Y'all watch it. Once it's on HBO, it stays on HBO. So it's a family show. It's a competition show. I was able to do that, and so just seeing what's out there, how much more also I can be involved in my community. I don't know if politics is in the future. It's kind of grimy, but just
Were you thinking about getting into politics?
I mean, some people have mentioned that because I have a voice, and you know, but I don't know if that's necessarily a lane I would like to be in. We're gonna see about that.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna support you whatever you do. So
Listen,
I gotta be at a pool.
I would say, come on.
Yeah. Let us know.
Okay.
Be right there in that line.
Yeah, even if it's just in the education sector, if it's like school board stuff, I would be open to that for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, this has been such a fulfilling conversation. That's all that I'm having, but certain ones, you know, they got, you know, to my heart.
You know, I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Oh, the little cliche question.
Okay.
So you dropped so much advice and so much gems. But what's like a solid, you know, just a good little
tidbit?
Yeah, tidbit for them, some sound advice that you could say for anybody who's trying to follow your footsteps or, you know, be the next DJ Arie.
I mean, stay authentic. Don't question your authenticity. Y'all have heard that I have. It's okay to say you don't know. Receive accountability. Research. Always take the time to find someone, a mentor, even if it's a direct mentor or someone you just watch online. Find ways to keep working on your craft. Understand this is a marathon. It's as cliche as it sounds, and not a sprint. Once you just sign up to be a musician, this is a lifelong journey of learning. And then don't be too hard on yourself. I have to tell myself that all the time. Take care of your mental health. It is real. Tell people when you are slipping up and give yourself grace to figure it out. And lastly, my overall, beyond just DJ Arie Spins, as a person, be who you needed growing up. That's it.
I needed that one.
Yeah, be who you needed growing up.
That was strong. Just
That's it. That's it.
It was good. So where can the people follow you? They want to keep up with you. Where can they get the information that they need?
All social media platforms at DJ Arie Spins. That's ARIE Spins. You can follow me everywhere. It's pretty much it. If you need to book me, my website is www.djariespins.com. If you need the email, I wanna vibe at djariespins.com. That's it.
Now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sitting talking with me.
Thank you. I appreciated this juice.
Absolutely. All right. Y'all stay tuned for more.